Simon! Be still!
Always stream with the.
That's why mine are always black. Hereafter, so that we remember our bonds, we shall always come together in a circle.
It's not so much chill. We hit so many different topics and jump all over.
To hear and tell of deeds good and brave.
You went full cookie puss.
Hey, I'm just I will build a round table where this fellowship shall meet.
So that's why it's the round table. We're all equals here.
Well, at least I'm not pulling a rickshaw.
Remember it well then, this night, so that in the years ahead, you can say, I was there that night.
There's a lot of shots being fired.
And it sounded like somebody was sucking down their microphone like a slack jaw bundle of sticks.
Whoa, there's no gay frogs here.
Good and evil, there never is one without the other. Where hides evil then in my kingdom? Always where you never expect it.
It passes through Antifa ranks. It smells like cat piss and kitty litter.
Yeah.
I know a few YouTubers who smell like that.
And look upon this moment. Say, buddy, rejoice with great gladness.
And welcome to the round table.
For it is the doom of men that they forget.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sunday Roundtable. We're going to have some crazy conversations tonight. I know a lot of people are probably exhausted from losing that hour of sleep. I know it sucks, but yeah, exactly. But yeah, let's start introducing some people before we get into kind of what we're going to be hitting here. Tommy, how you doing, brother?
It's one of those days. It's you know what, the internet is kind of working now. I only had to reset the damn router about 15 times today. So yeah, joy to that. Kind of almost working, but yeah. Other than that, I'm just having a okie day. It's not too horrible. It's just the normal idiots on Twitter that just agitating the shit out of me as always. But it's awesome to see all the awesome people we already got piling into the chats over there. What's going on, guys? Hope you're doing well. Remember to go ahead and like the stream, share it out, or thumbs it down. As long as there's some interaction, that's all we care about.
Yeah, interaction is good. But you can go thumbs up. You don't have to go down. But
yeah, we're all fine over here. We're fine.
We're
How
fine.
Are you?
Yeah. Oh shit, Draven, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to talking about whatever we got planned. So,
are we being great?
Oh, I'm always being great.
Excellent.
Draven is down for that.
Yep.
Is Chuck Dixon around?
At least I know who my daddy is.
Oh snap!
While he's digging deeper.
Hey, Adam, how you doing, buddy?
What's going on, man? I'm happy to be here. I'm sure this will be a whole lot of fun. Where'd that hour go, yo?
Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna try to make up for it during this stream. Yeah, we usually we go. I don't know. We do some crazy stuff on the Sunday ones. We're kind of all over the map. Don't have a major structure. I have a couple of topics we'll definitely be hitting, and then kind of free balling it. It's that's what we do sometimes. But hell yeah, man! Always happy to have you here. And we gotta kick it over. We got a couple more guests down here. We got Chris Fist, the legend. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, how's it going?
Not bad.
Yeah,
not great, but not bad.
Yeah, I mean we lost an hour in an already short weekend, so that's not cool.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? But hey, don't worry. We're gonna try to liven things up, it'll be pretty good. I know we got Black Girl Magic we're going to be showing during the stream as well. Yeah, it's something funny that popped up on Twitter, and it's not exactly real, but it was pretty damn funny to see the meltdown. That was kind of glorious. But yeah. we'll be hitting that as well. And of course, we have Slasher in the house, man. How you doing, buddy?
What's up, man?
Not
How's
too
everybody
much.
doing?
Hey.
We're surviving right now. We're surviving. How about you, buddy?
Same here.
Yeah.
More surviving than living.
Yeah.
That's the whole world at this moment. Oh man, yeah. Don't worry, we're gonna show some crazy stuff and some people who didn't survive. Holy sh! But hey, no, we're gonna try to keep it positive though. I know it's tough. Sometimes it's tough, but we're gonna do our best. We got Toy Mafia was the first one here tonight. How you doing, brother? Good seeing you. Adam was saying hello to everyone. Captain Outis over on the Rumble portion of tonight's stream. I love how much love he's giving me over there. That's always a good thing. What is wrong with my Rumble tonight? It started and then it went into something else, but oh well. Yeah, man. Let's see what else we got. Chris was saying hi to everybody. Hicks Villain, how you doing, bro? Always good seeing you as well. Let's go down here. Lion Ratton, what's up, man? Hope you're having an awesome weekend. Sending good thoughts and everything out to you and yours. Got Zillionaire in the house as well, man. Yeah, he's here for the space lasers. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about that on the second half, or however more minutes we're gonna be on YouTube for, because YouTube there's not much we can really do anymore on this platform, and for some reason they don't really like to give us any kind of a push. It's crazy, but we'll do what we could here.
Pre-show for the Rumble, Vinny.
It kind of right, and it's pretty much what it turned into.
No, every time you turn on YouTube, it's always a guess of whether or not you're going to be seen, whether or not you're going to be heard, and you're just sitting there like,
yeah, more or less. You know, it comes down to like the shorts and some of the videos you put out. That's kind of like what gets real traction over there. The other platforms have been doing way better, and I'm grateful for that. We got like 17 so far as we just started over on the Rumble side. We got like 12 or so over on X, so hello to everyone there as well. But yeah, I'm gonna pull up the title card we made for tonight. No,
never say pull up. That's going to make people leave. Say you're pulling it down, whipping it out. Anyway, it's well, we'll start light tonight with some of like the Spider-Man stuff. I don't know if you guys heard, but apparently Sony and Marvel, they're like in final negotiations. It looks like Spider-Man 4 is happening. And it also looks like it's happening for the Sam Raimi universe as well. Sam Raimi came out a few times. He had a couple conventions he was at and a couple of interviews that he had given. And he looks like he's all gung-ho for a fourth Spider-Man movie and to kind of finish telling his story. And it looks like everyone's kind of on board on that one. So that's pretty cool. That was a surprise. I'd be down for that. Like I said, I'm not down for much of Marvel or Disney bullshit. I said I'll be watching the Deadpool movie, but I don't think I'll be paying for it. I'm just saying. I don't know fully, but
what you be saying there, Vinny?
Yeah, it's, you know, those advanced copies that they give out to everyone who works in comics.
Buy Shadow of the Kraken.
Buy Shadow of the Kraken today, folks. You're gonna love it. No, but yeah, I mean, and again, we really don't like to support these evil companies, but when you have like the proper creative people and you know the good stuff that has been there, I don't know, when they start to listen to fans and they start to correct things, then yeah, we're kind of more inclined to keep an eye out on that stuff. And if it does look that good, will end up supporting it on some level.
Well, I mean that extends to more than just like or movie entertainment. I mean that extends to everything. I mean it's just amazing that so many of these people get it wrong. I mean if you get comic books right, people are going to buy them. If you get TV shows and movies right, people are going to go watch them. They're going to pick them up on physical media, because there's a lot of people are still inclined to go that way, even though some of these companies are removing it from their shelves. And it extends right over into some of the other stuff we do, and that's collecting some of these damn figures. If you do it right, people are going to come back and buy it. If you're doing it like garbage and it looks like shit, nobody's going to buy that. It is a pretty simple fucking formula to be able to follow and master. How these people get it so dead wrong so damn often, it really is amazing.
Well, but I mean, it's a lot of the agenda shit too. We kind of know that, there's a lot of people that pretend in the industry that that's not the case and that doesn't exist. Sure, it does. It really does. It's across the board on everything, and it's you got to have the right people who are willing to call out the bullshit and stand by the proper things. Like we talked about, I think over on Etep's channel last night, that Adam Baldwin guy. He's the one who kind of spoke out about the Gamergate and even named the stupid thing and what the industry was doing and how it bleeds over into other stuff, how it bleeds over into film and television. And he's 100% right. You need people that have a spine that are willing to talk about it, but there's a way of talking about it, because it can't be like what happened years ago. Because years ago, all it became like a left-right thing completely. And it's not even that anymore, because we know that the uniparty shit, that's all the same stuff. All these clowns you put into a blender, it's the same fucking horrible drink that we keep drinking. It's the people who are still in those fields that are able to kind of correct certain things. And they're able to put like their proper stamp on it that does veer away from the bullshit, if that makes sense. Because there's a lot of people that just want to be extreme for the sake of it. They want to be salacious for the sake of it, for clickbait and all the other nonsense. And I think at this point, what is this, like 6 or 7 years later, I think we know what it is at this fucking point. And those people, they're just doing it for the super chats. They don't care about the fan base either. They don't care about any of this stuff. And most of those people, they buy and back everything regarding the mainstream media, which they scream at, they yell at them. These corporations are evil, and then you see them at the theme parks doing their meetups, watching every single episode, every minute, every second. It's disgusting, dude.
And you know what the best of it is when they get called out on this bullshit, their reaction, it's always the same.
Yep.
Hater gonna hate. Hater gonna hate. Oh, please.
Yeah, they cry and they're like, "Oh, I watch it so I can stay informed." It's like
my job.
Yeah, like motherfucker, you don't need to watch the shit to know what the fuck's up. Like
exactly.
And when
you've grown a certain audience, it's at a point where okay, you have that audience already. They're tuned in. It's just like the comic book fans and stuff. No matter what you do, you're pretty much gonna get like 90% of the people who've been supporting you and backing you. They're gonna stay. Whatever numbers that might drop off, it's irrelevant. So you can't keep, it's my job. Oh, shut the fuck up. That type of stuff is just disgusting what they do. Because then they start attacking fans. They leech off of all that shit. And that's the thing that we can't stand over on this side of the sphere, if you want to call it that. Because, again, we're genuine when it comes to all this stuff. And don't get me wrong, I like super chats as much as the next guy. It helps out in a big way, but I ain't gonna, hold anyone down, or put them upside down and shake them until all the chains falls out of their pockets. Like if you want to,
you're not a money leech.
Say again.
You're not a money leech.
Yeah, most of these people, they'll do it and they'll guilt their audience into sending them money.
They're just
really
money
disgusting.
leeches.
Yeah, it's crazy. The ones that are the worst are the ones who like they claim to have these products and stuff, and then it's like they'll take your money and have you wait years and years and years.
Or claim to be the end all be all to the fucking main two, and then fucking put out a substandard product. We bitch and complain about the mainstream giving us substandard, so why would we accept it from the non-mainstream? Like
exactly,
it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, well,
you got all their fucking simps that are trained to fucking when they tell them to jump, they're like, "How high?" And they
you know why though, Draven? You know why? It's right there in the ticker at the bottom.
Culture
war. Yeah.
By the way, Lurch, it says you're still in the back, but it says device not connected. So something's not working. So you might have to unplug and put it back in, or grab the link again.
Have you tried turning it on and turning it off again?
Yes. We have someone on panel who he's our Indian tech. He's a vampire.
Turn it off and plug it back in, and wait 30 seconds. And
yes.
Will come again.
Oh man, yeah, it's crazy stuff, folks. But like I said, man, if people are doing it right, we're willing to support, or we're willing to give some kind of second chance in a way. That's not always the case, but with certain things, certain franchises. Because again, we're all fans of things. There's
there
always
it goes.
something that we're going to be on. Hey,
Fuck,
Lurk,
I
how you
hate
doing,
that.
buddy?
Hey, everyone.
How you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing pretty good. How's everyone else?
Cool. Yeah. Well, we're surviving. We're doing our best to survive. Your super chats help me survive. No. Yeah.
Help me take out good channels.
Yeah, no, those people are literally just trying to do exactly what they pretend they're doing. It's my job. They've literally tried to turn it into a career. But it's all just catering. It's no different than what they did on cable.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. That's what they want. They want to brainwash their audience. And in a lot of cases, it does work because a lot of people get used to certain things and then they don't want to veer away from it. And then I don't know. Well, you've seen their numbers fluctuate too between all the infighting that they do and all the other nonsense. Because when they don't have anything to talk about, it's got to be a drama fight because drama is the only thing that they're living off of.
It's all about the drama, and unfortunately, that's one of the 5 pillars to be successful on YouTube. I mean, be a hot chick, be a drama farmer.
A hate watcher.
Yeah.
I mean,
hate watching
everybody
can
likes
be
to fun,
correct,
but they started doing it, and they literally can't stop. It's become an addiction. They actually just have to make videos about it and act like it's their job. It's like fuck no, you just want views.
And like I said, any fans who call it out, they attack their fans. Sorry.
And then those the churn rate is so high that it doesn't matter if they lose all these people anyway. Because they just churn out a new batch that are dumb idiots, useful idiots. Basically.
And that's why they leech off of one another's channels so they could steal each other's audience. That's part of it too. We know all the cheap tricks that these people do. You know, I don't know. It's crazy. I know we're sitting here going like, if I could grow organically, that's awesome. But I'm not going to compromise and do what most of these people do.
Yeah, I'm not going to compromise my integrity to fucking get a few subs or views. You know,
I've seen people who, you know, a lot of folks went to bat for, and what did they do? They sold their soul. They eventually went back to the poison.
That's the other reason why everyone on this panel's channel remains small. That if you guys sold out more, I'm pretty sure that they'd start recommending your channels. Just miraculously, it would just somehow show up more often in people's feed.
Well, it's the old school pay for subs and all that other shit. And like half of us, we don't really like we YouTube for fun, man. We come on here, we have fun with our friends. You know that, Lurch. But I mean, we're not looking to do much. Most of us on the panel here, you know.
We could if you guys just did the same thing as Nerd Erotic, though, you probably could get a lot of it. Just be a sellout, just be a wimp, get catered to everything, and pretend you hate everything while going and supporting it.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't listen to any of the other people on the panel. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. I am here to take over the world.
You're Sid Vicious?
We're live, pal.
The ruler of the world.
Guinea pigs will rule you all.
This is true. They're better than people, guinea pigs. But yeah, and Monotony, what's up, buddy? If you want, man, you're more than welcome to come in, have a good time here, and speak your mind. But
Rogan does number 4, by the way.
What's number 4 again?
Do something nobody else can do.
Oh, he can get Rogan also was a name. Rogan was also a name before he had his podcast.
Yeah, well, he established a brand beforehand, but he's also a comedian, which is one of the other ones. You be funny as hell, and he can get guests on that nobody else can.
Yeah, he was never that funny, to be honest. But again,
I agree.
Yeah, but what it comes down to, I think it's this too. Yes, he has some of the star power. He has branding behind them. But it's these great conversations, thought-provoking conversations.
Yeah, but he has conversations with real people, like important people, not like nobodies. Like, it's great to have deep conversations, but nobody gives a fuck about Joe Schmo. They give a fuck about Elon Musk. They give a fuck about somebody that's actually like established, that has achieved something.
Yeah,
it's great to
he's
have
done podcasts that he did interviews with people and nobody watched that podcast.
Exactly.
But
there's some random person.
It's kind of across the board. I mean, especially when he started too. He's had conversations with people that you would never even think of, like, who's this? Like, what? But sometimes those conversations were good enough and it's like people tuned in. But it's snowballed anyway.
Like the interview he did with Bob Lazar went viral, and the ones he's done with Elon Musk and things like that.
Yeah, of course.
He won't interview Trump though, because I have no idea. But
he still has a semi-hate boner for Trump.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Is he's kind of a faggot, so I don't know, but I don't know what to do about our mainstream. They're all like that.
Lurch.
Not okay.
We're still on YouTube.
Sorry.
Calling Dr. Faggot.
I don't get
Dr.
that.
Faggot.
Like, what
Jeez,
the hell?
Tom,
Not okay.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Wow.
I thought I was going to get in trouble for the Wienermobile.
Yeah. Hold on. I should just go and take monetization off right now on that stream. 1 second, because they're going to hit me anyway, and that sucks.
I'm sorry.
No. Fire started, and somebody threw some gasoline on it.
Yeah. It happens on my damn streams. Let me just turn that off. There we go. Save.
I do this all the time. I switch the stuff up. I just wait to see where the conversation's gonna go. And we got the big flames going. We had the wiener warning going. He hit the not okay. I'm like, hey, chill out.
I want to just go ahead and state right now, this is completely not my fault. I'm a victim of circumstance. The opportunity was supplied to me, and I took it.
Right.
It's just me and Tommy up watching, heckling you guys. That's how I see it.
You know what the hell? Lurch opened the door. I figured I would just kick it off the hinges.
Since the door's kicked open,
Right?
Don't forget atrazine in the water.
Friggin' frog's gay.
That's right, and they make really shitty cyberbooks there as well.
Yeah, you do.
Oh yeah, Alex Jones, another one he used to interview all the time, and that was a controversial figure at that time. I mean, he still kind of is, but you know what I mean. Like they weren't wanting to let him back on Twitter at that time, and he still did interviews with him. He's actually friends with him, so it's just one of those weird things. Like, what is his anyway? Yeah,
but anyway, I know Jones. He's always selling Rogan on it too, and he's come around in a big way because of Jones. But there's also stuff too that Alex he still attacks Trump on as well. He loves what he's about, but he still attacks him with the shot stuff. He still did it. Yesterday.
If you don't agree with somebody on everything, you don't have to. You know,
exactly.
what I mean? Like, that's fine.
Because you can have a proper discussion.
Everybody to agree all the time.
Yeah, the new CDC guidelines.
Well, no, that's a good thing to be friends with somebody and still have strong disagreements with them.
I don't know that I've ever had a friend where we agreed on every last thing regarding everything about everything. I don't know that happens.
Yep.
Now, you guys have disagreed with too many things that I've said on this stream tonight, and I am plotting all of your demises.
We're not friends anymore. We're all plotting against each other now.
Yeah, you're getting the special black beans.
But that's what separates like the cultists from friends is that you could be like remember the shit with the Mario movie or whatever. We're still friends. I have a strong disagreement.
Yeah, and I disagree with you with the Wonka movie.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, you disagree with the Wonka movie.
It's an inability also. Oh, sorry. Yeah,
we're still friends. We're like, whatever. That's not going to define our friendship because of a stupid movie.
You want to know why? Because we're not a hive mind. We all have our own thoughts. We have our own experiences.
Because you're not 13-year-old girls.
Exactly.
I
identify.
I'm sorry.
Literally pride. People are so proud of their opinion they could never accept that somebody else might have a different one. But
that's a perfect way of putting it. It's like everybody has an opinion. Like,
yeah, it's an even better way to put it.
Be proud and defend your opinion, and so it's just an endless cycle.
Chris, a better way to put it is just near the end of Rapper's Delight. That's okay, baby brother. We're still friends.
Yep.
Right. That was back
I
when
would be
rap
worried.
was not nearly that bad. That song was just trying to be rap without. I don't know. Like that's what's funny about that song is it still encourages like friendship at points in it and stuff that went away completely.
Yeah.
It just became about.
I would generally be worried if I was in a group where everybody 100% agreed with everybody else. Because that would be that would be the introspective moment of are we in a cult?
Oh yeah, no, it'd be just trying to break down who the cult leader is.
At
that point,
establishing the hierarchy. Yeah,
yeah.
We made everybody think the exact same thoughts. Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been accused of just disagreeing because everybody else agrees. So
the contrarian.
I mean, you can always there is usually a contrarian in any given group of people that just.
I've known too many people like that, and I honestly think some of these people were just kind of trying to get a reaction. Please put my face through this window, please.
Yeah, or whatever. Exactly.
Right. Well, yeah. How many times have we seen that? Yeah, you get the ones who they'll start to ride the coattails of all these different groups, right? They'll start attacking their own friends and then scratch their head as to what happened. How come nobody wants me on? How come nobody's there for me? Oh, it's good because you're a dick and you're a phony. You know, that's what these people do. You know, I've had a couple years ago when I called out a certain group of jerk offs for doing some really evil, horrible stuff, and I approached it as a human, not as someone who's looking for clout, because that's what most of these people do, and that's how they do their drama farming. I didn't. I showed the facts. I showed what these people are, everything, including the illegal shit that they were trying to do. It was crazy stuff, and you know, in the process, I could see some of these other clowns that were like all thinking a certain way, or they were told to think a certain way, and they have no idea why they don't follow anymore. It's just, oh, we were told to. Basically, it's like, go fuck yourselves. If you don't have your own free thought, you don't have your own brain, then yeah, I don't need you near me anyway. So
that's what I like about most of you guys. You guys are pretty like even keel. You're not like just running right off the rails and very reactionary. How the hell do you guys get along with me?
Well, because I mean, you might be a little more blatant with stuff, but you have that same kind of logic, you know, or the approach. Again, we don't agree on everything, but you approach stuff from a very logical aspect. And it's like, if you see someone doing something horrible and heinous, you'll just be like, that's a motherfucker. That's a piece of shit. Then there's other people be like, that's evil. That's wrong. That's just the wordage to me.
Oh, you said heinous. For a minute there, I thought you said anus and then piece of shit, and it made total sense. Now I'm a little confused.
We're not talking about Vince McMahon, although we could if you want.
Just remember.
So were you saying they're going to make a Spider-Man 4 as in the Tobey Maguire stuff?
That's what it seemed like. Sam Raimi is supposedly going to do it. So
yeah, Sam Raimi's on board for it. Right now, they were in negotiations with the Tom Holland one. They're almost ready, like, to pull the trigger on it.
But if they're going to call it Spider-Man 4,
does Sony
Toby
and Columbia still own any of that, or is that all moved over to Disney? Or I don't even know who owns the rights to that stuff.
Sony has the majority rights over Spider-Man and all the Spider-Man characters. That's why
I thought that's how it still was, but I wasn't sure if that changed.
Yeah, it still is. And even though there's also a bigger deal that was cut as well, since Disney completely fucked up and their distribution now is all going to be through Sony. Sony's going to be doing the distribution for all of their media stuff, Blu-rays, DVD, that type of shit. Because they realized that, we can't just go completely digital right now. They started releasing more movies and stuff, special edition ones, because they see that the market is still there for it. And they know that they're hemorrhaging money, so they can't just go all in on what the government told them to do. But they're still trying to hurt the brick and mortar stores. So it's weird. It's really interesting, too, because you could see certain companies and the businesses that want to keep their stores alive. Then you have the other side of it where they're pushing the other narrative, and it's like, we told you not to do this stuff, and they're kind of infighting at the moment.
But well, for Disney, I mean, that kind of shit is absolutely retarded. The streaming stuff and no physical media, because that absolutely destroys them. Because they always get the bulk of their sales for movies when they dig the stuff out of the vaults and then they re-release it after God knows how many years that it's been locked away. Yeah, that's where they make their big,
that's how Michael Eisner ran things, but Bob Iger doesn't run it like that. There is no vault. Things are being sold constantly and remade constantly. And
they still have a few things locked away that they're not currently releasing. And one we were talking about recently was Gargoyles. They don't have any modern releases of that show.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. Like, at least something is preserved. Everything else has been defiled.
Yeah, well, there are people out there that have HD versions of Gargoyles. Which is funny because
something is original and just the way it was.
Yeah, it's funny that they're using the technology to screw over the companies too. I think that's pretty glorious. Monotony says Triple H poops out of his triple heinous.
Yeah, I gotta say, man, I'm not a big fan of Eisner, but Michael Eisner, man, when Disney was under him, We had the Wonderful World of Disney on Sunday
That
nights.
was the renaissance for Disney. That was like the comeback because they had been going broke since pretty much the death of Walt Disney. Like that company had just been going like all through the 70s was some of the worst time for Disney. And then like somewhere in the mid 80s, Eisner takes over and we get like the Disney becoming a decent company again. Some people still didn't like them, but I just mean they weren't nearly as bad as they'd been in the 70s and they weren't as bad as they are now. They may have still done some weird stuff, but it wasn't nearly like this.
We had
they
the
did
Disney
do that
afternoon
weird
on-
like art stuff. They always had like hidden messaging, things like that. But what company doesn't do that shit? It seems.
Yeah.
Well, we had the Disney afternoon as well under him, and that's where we got Gargoyles. That's where we got DuckTales. Like, there's honestly like as much as people can try to fault Eisner and they ousted him and all that stuff, dude.
Yeah, that
Disney was a hell of a lot better under him.
Well, Roy Disney, he was also kind of put in charge as well over the animated kind of stuff. That's why we got a lot of those movies and all that type of stuff.
Sequels for shit that didn't, need sequels.
They also built all the new parks under him because there was really only like the 2 parks, and then they built all the ones all over the world.
It's been a mixed bag.
And then also, I guess I found out there is one in Beijing. They opened it in 2016. It's because I haven't cared about Disney since about 2012, so I didn't know about it. I said there was one in Hong Kong, and that must be the one they're calling the one in China. No, they actually have one in real China now.
Oh, I know. But it's also Michael Eisner's also the one that he shot up prices and all that stuff. He made people pay like $20 for a hamburger back then as well.
Oh yeah, I remember when Disney got stupidly expensive, and we never bought anything in the park anymore.
Yep, because they started doing that. They started gearing it because they wanted to get out the more of the poor folk and keep more of just the rich people.
Can you blame them?
I mean, we've much. I remember that when that started.
Look at that Toontown Brawl Fest with the.
I was about to say that.
Like maybe he was onto something here.
There's plenty of crazy shit. Oh, and not to mention too, my cousin was talking about it with me. That she goes, "Have you been to the park or anything?" Like, no, I don't want to go there. She was her and a couple of her friends. They were looking into it. Because she's got a friend that lives over there, like right next to the parks, essentially. And she goes, for the Florida residents, there's no more deals. There's no more any special anything. It's like $200 a day now if you want to go. And like usually it was supposed to be some kind of like Florida residents.
There was a Florida resident pass where you can actually get an all-year pass for something like $1,500 for the parks. If you wanted the water park, that was like an add-on, but you can get all 4 of the regular parks, and it was like $1,500 for a year. For this was for 3 people, so you can get a family of 3 for $1,500 a year. Which I mean, if you go more than 4 times, it's more than paid for itself. Oh, that's what they used to do.
Yep. Yeah, because again, there's people that live in the area or just an hour or 2 away. And they'd want to do it, especially if you got young kids and stuff, and it was a thing to do. And as you guys were saying, Eisner was building that stuff up properly.
Did the one in Florida have the beer?
I don't know.
I don't either. I never went, but one of them had the beer, and if that was the one in Florida, then we would all fit in there very well.
But again, and we know what the corporation turned into and a lot of the evil, heinous shit that they did. Now, going back to those cartoons for a second, that wasn't so much what it came down to are disgruntled employees. Those are the ones who put those things inside of those movies. A lot of people go, oh, no, that was something that they staged. They did it on purpose. No, it wasn't. It was the creative people behind it that were being worked like slaves. They weren't getting paid properly.
One of them, Vinny, in particular, he was working for them a good number of years doing animation for them, and then when he had his own project, they back shelved him forever, and that was Tim Burton.
Oh yeah. They pissed him off quite a few times. I'm surprised at all the stuff he actually did end up making with them. But yeah, they're a very, very dirty company, and we know dealing with corporations, it's always going to be like that. If you're a hot artist or writer, director, whatever it is, like they'll try to do whatever they could to get you on board, but they'll try to bend you over in the same token. I don't know. It's again, the whole creative industry is shit.
You can't get to the top of the mountain without stepping on people's heads.
Right. And in Hollywood, they like to you can't even get near the mountain if you don't bend over. You know, and yeah, we'll talk about some of that on the Rumble and an X portion of this stream, because there have been some people who confirmed some really crazy shit going on, including Bohemian Grove, from that boxer Ryan Garcia, what he said recently, which is completely, holy shit, is it insane and evil. And Kid Rock also confirmed that some really horrible shit that was going down there. And yeah, it's every one of these celebrities and politicians. Like there's a lot of really terrible stuff going on in this world. And it's funny how it's all kind of coming out in the open now. And there's a lot of them like, oh, matter of fact, like everyone knows this. Like it's like this open secret shit. Okay. But it really gets into some really, really dark things, dark subject matters. And how are people still okay with this? How hasn't there been any? We'll wait. We'll wait till we get to the other side to get into more of that. But
yeah, it seems like nothing's happened. You know, just say it. You know, I mean, not even one little hey, what's going on? That's all we're saying.
Yeah. And the people who have been speaking out, they off them essentially.
Right off the air, man. They just no longer got a channel and everything. You know, they just
no channels. They're canceling people. That boxer, this Garcia guy, apparently they took his phone because he said on a podcast he's got video, he's got footage of this stuff, what they did. They closed out his bank accounts. He's like being canceled from the world, not just on social media. It's really some bizarre shit. You know, but yeah, we'll get into that in a few minutes. Like I said, when we're on the other side. Well, when we're off of YouTube. I mean, I kind of don't even know why I'm on YouTube at the moment. I mean, we already kind of went off the rails before.
I already ruined it.
Hey, you got it.
Remember not to say
37
stuff like
minutes.
that.
That's impressive.
It's a record.
Yeah, for the Sunday.
I do make those jokes because I've literally watched streams where it made it like 5 minutes, maybe 16, and it was over to Rumble. So.
I know. I was trying to stay there a
Sunday
little bit
Friday.
longer just to try to keep some numbers up a little bit because I still want the next payout. And it's well, whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, it's crazy because like, you need YouTube right now because it still helps with a lot of other things because it's the larger platform. But at the same time, like I know like a lot of the live streams, they don't do as great anymore. Unless it's some kind of really epic topic that everyone needs to fucking see,
or it's a drama thing.
Yeah, and like I said, I don't give a shit about the drama stuff. I think 99.9% of that is totally fabricated nonsense. These people are worse than prostitutes, you know. And the arrogance on them too it's even more fucking stomach turning, you know. And I know how
just all meet up and tell tall tales of made up things that are happening in the industry and see if we can do the same thing. Just, you know, oh, such and such is being booted for making a film, and just make it up. That's pretty much what they seem to be doing. So
they're ridiculous. I mean, we've covered. That's why I did Hans Cock for all that time. You know, we did you know, late breaking news, some good old Hans Cock. I was making fun of the other stupid cock. Because that guy was all full of shit. He was sitting there on Reddit and he was like, "Oh, I have the new story of Kathleen Kennedy." And blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Oh, please, man. Are you fucking?
They'll be fired in 25 days. Whatever.
Dude,
whatever.
For about 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
KK was going to be fired any day now for about 3 years.
Yeah. I saw not even a full video of his, maybe a half a video, and I'm like, who believes this horse shit? Like this guy's like literally, it's worse than going down to like the fucking supermarket and picking up Star Magazine or the Globe and being like, yeah, this is what's actually going on in the world. It's like, are you kidding me? Dude, I don't know, man. The gullible folks that are out there too sometimes.
Yeah.
Or maybe they just
a lot of it is just
I think they just want to believe it. I think they've been so abused they just want to believe it.
A lot of it is a lot of
They
these
know it's
people
not
in
true.
the chat, like, you know, no offense to our chat or anything, but they just want a place to be accepted. And I think a lot of it is like I'll believe whatever they say just so I can be accepted into this community,
into the
herd.
herd.
That's and be part of the herd. You know,
that's what I mean. Is I think they all know it's not true, and I mean I did believe it at very first, but as soon as it didn't, it's like okay, well it was just a tall tale. So hey Fatal J, haven't seen you.
Hey Fatal J.
I mean,
What's
that's
up?
how I took it from day one. And I mean, I got a hell of a lot of subscribers from back when I hung out with Doomcock back in the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was great for getting publicity. It got you attention.
Well, no, I mean, it had nothing to do with publicity back. It didn't have nothing to do with that. Back in the day, you just went there, had fun, hung out because I wasn't trying to build a channel. But people knew who I was from there in World Class. Bullshit. That's the main places that a lot of you guys know me from. And again, we all met, a lot of us in the chat, World Class Bullshitters.
World Class Bullshitters and
friends. Here we are streaming now because people, left voids and weren't streaming the way it should be. But never once. I mean, like to me, like the stuff that we were watching, all of this, like for anybody that has a big head thinking that this is so important, my fucking wiener dog has a damn YouTube channel. Okay?
Yeah.
So get over yourself.
Yeah, no, and you're right about that. Fatal J, what's up, brother? And that's what I mean
to have fun.
Yeah,
that's
just
Fatal J.
Yeah, and that's it. I want to hang out with cool people. I don't care about all these people who want to stab each other in the back and just to climb over the next guy and all that stuff. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Listen, most of us came together too because we're fans of stuff and we want to see good things. Yep. And granted, I know
it was good to meet all the actual fans that actually got brought together by those fakes. That's the thing is they may have been fake, but a lot of the chat wasn't.
Yeah, and that's the thing they were saying. Everyone was saying before too. It's a lot of us we want to have a good tribe. We want to have a good collection of people who are not necessarily on every single topic. We're on board in the same shit, but we at least like similar things. We like to see, or we grew up on this certain kind of entertainment in movies and comics, games, cartoons, all that type of shit. So we want to see things a little more hopeful. And kind of pulled away from the bullshit that they've done to us. And I'd say the last 15 or so years where they've been poisoning things slowly, because we got to this point where everything's kind of fucking unwatchable. We're always keeping an eye out for the weird twisted shit that they're putting in there, the weird messaging, all that type of stuff. What's up, Etep? We got, he said Mike Zero has entered the chat. And I thank you for your kind support. Dude, yeah, you remember all that crap? Man, some of the people, they built their channels off of nonsense, absolute nonsense.
That's the problem with all of those channels, like Geeks and Gamers, Nerdrotic, Doomcock. They're all built on literally just nonsense that they made up. That's kind of what I was joking about. We should all just look up random actors and make up tales about them and get on here and start talking about it from now on. Apparently. Yeah,
I mean, for a joke, that's funny, but
No, we shouldn't actually do that. Don't actually do that. I was just saying,
no.
That would be selling out.
Yeah, the only way we do that is if we do it in character,
Yeah, if we did it mockingly, I suppose.
Yes, absolutely. For $5, we got Etep here. He goes, speaking of world class bullshitters. Yeah, he's going to be hopping on. He's going to play the role of Coach Kendo for the Thursday night stream. Hell yeah, man, dude, that's always great. Yeah, I want to go hang out with him again soon.
I'm looking forward to Horror Hound getting to see him. It's been a while.
2 weeks, bro. 2 weeks we'll be all partying.
Yeah, I was messaging with Jeff a little bit earlier today too.
The same.
Yeah, man. Good stuff, man. Great people, and that's what I'm talking about. And dude, congrats to him as well. He keeps doing awesome numbers with his the kind of toy hunt videos and ripping apart Disney on them. It's kind of glorious.
The OG fandom menace, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. But yeah, like I said, there was a time there was some really good stuff, and we're trying to make sure we stay in that realm anyway. We want to keep that stuff as genuine as possible. Because I mean, when I got into all this stuff, it was basically, I'm selling my products. I'm pushing and I work really hard on all the stuff that I have out there. Everyone knows that the quality that I put out it's top shelf. A number of you fans have been saying it across the board, and I appreciate all that support for sure.
The art is always phenomenal.
Thank you, man. But on top of it, when I started doing the streaming and I showcased a lot of people, I was getting kind of tired of the repetition as well of some of the shit that everyone was kind of doing. And that's when I started veering away from it and getting more into no, let's talk about real shit that's going on in the world. You know, we could talk about some of this stuff too, which is fine. But how about we get a little more real with our talks, and you know, because everyone is just kind of phoned in shit and like the fake. Yeah, man, that's great, good stuff, and you want to help out folks, but at the same time, let's get into actual fucking conversations, you know. But for $5, we're gonna play a super chat. Let's get down here. Maybe we'll play 2 of them. Let's see. We do have. I had these in order, and I always screw up whenever I start to scroll my mouse. I'm special like that. We're gonna play the Macho Etep one. We haven't played that one in a minute. So yeah, a little bit of shilling as well, and enjoy this.
If you don't log on to Indiegogo and support Shadow with the Kraken by any third of mellow, let me tell you something. You will never know how sweet it is to see that pirate booty. Oh yeah, there's pirate booty, there's violence, there's mystery, and there's mysticism, and there's intrigue in the story, like the which you've never seen before or never see again from the madness. That's only if you back Shadow with the Kraken on Indiegogo from one of the most dependable creators in the independent community. This will be a 6th campaign he's got to fill. Oh yeah, and he'll fill this campaign, and then he'll fill Billy's mom.
Jeez,
Hell
that's
yeah.
good.
And I don't know why, man. Etep, why are you just in the chat? Get your ass on panel. And for the $5 here, we're gonna play the. Of course, you thought we were gonna play it. We're gonna play it. Here's John Cena being a sellout prostitute whore.
金钱看齐，墙上写着秦香莲的32岁了，装个当朝驸马郎的气质王啊，满皇上的会2岁了，装个当朝。
你好，中国，找缇娜。我必须说，现在我有第一个错误，我必须说，现在就是很重要。我爱更尊重中国更中国人，我很抱歉对我的错误，对不起，我很抱歉，不好意思，再见。
So thank you, Etep, for that. He's an old lady. He said he's in bed right now.
Yeah, he's in bed drinking his wine. He's like a wine mom.
What the hell, Etep? Well, I hope you downloaded the game because I'd like to play that at some point with you on stream. I think that'd be hilarious and fun. Resident Evil 5, because he hasn't played any of those games, and I think that's the perfect one because it is the first one that's also co-op. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's just I think we're gonna have a blast with that one because it's a pretty insane and intense game. So yeah. Manlius wants to know why Etep, why are you gay? There's anything wrong with that? Oh man, what's up, Will? Always good seeing you, bro. And happy Labor Day in Australia. Apparently,
nice.
Apparently
you have one of those too.
Nice, man. Yeah, he finished the lawn. Now watching some roundtable. Sweet. Yeah, we're on Twitter right now and on Rumble, and I think we're gonna be closing out the portion of YouTube in a couple minutes here because I think it's about time we should start heading on over exclusively to Rumble and Twitter because there's some stuff to show and talk about that YouTube won't let us. I mean, yeah, I had already shut off the monetization on this tonight's episode because they're probably going to hit me for it. No, what we said earlier. Son of a bitch.
Just go through and edit me out. And then
it's all right. It's all right. Don't matter. I'm just going to keep it the way it is. But hey, I'm still able to collect super chats on there, so that's fine, even if the monetization itself is not available. And that's perfectly. That's okay. We're fine here. We're all fine down here. Thank you. But yeah, folks, let me grab the link for everyone and copy, and I will drop that in here for you guys and girls. So here is the Rumble link, So be sure to click that. Or like I said, even on Twitter. We're on Twitter. It's at VinnyArt. Kind of like how you see it with my name there. Just put the little at symbol thing in the front of my name. And yeah, you should be able to find me. That's why I try to keep the like the avatars and stuff pretty much similar on all those different social media things. So you'll see my Shadow the Kraken, Pirate, and yeah, all that good stuff. I know Gap is already over there. Captain Addis has been there all night, which is fantastic. Thank you again, my friends. But yeah, so let me close out YouTube for now. Where were we at?